Hello, this is Sage the Balloon Sage, and today's balloon lesson features these deluxe alien astronauts. The variations on these advanced models is nearly endless, especially regarding their slick sci-fi spacesuits, which all share a basic structure. I started this series with a basic linework spaceman, and there's a link in the description, so just click that and you can check that out. But now it's time to go on to the deluxe models, and we begin with this guy. Here are all the balloons you will need, ostensibly, to create this deluxe alien astronaut. We begin with 4 260s, and they should be complementary colors. This will make the spacesuit, so that entire portion, including the legs, should only come out to 4 of these. Next, we move on to this green 260. That's actually going to make the hands, and it could also possibly be a spine of some sort as well, so you may use the entire thing or just part of it. Of course, you're going to need the clear and alien 5-inch rounds. Those will be one inside of the other to create that helmet aesthetic, which looks so great. And then we move on to those 2 green 160s. Those are lime greens, and those will make the tentacles. The tentacles are a lot of fun because you can position them in any way possible, and gives you a lot more freedom to change the aesthetic. We move on to the 2 silver 160s. And that will be kind of the trim. It'll be around the hands, the legs. It brings the whole design together. And if you can't get silver 160s, gray will work as well. 2 more balloons. Here is the black 350, and that's going to make the feet. You can use any kind of, any color 350 you want, or even a 360, and that should take care of both feet. And finally, what brings the entire thing together and creates the back spine, the metal spine, that is this 260, which you see around the neck and around the waist. So, it's a lot of balloons. I lost my breath just talking about them, but I'm ready to get started. I hope you are too. Begin by inflating your 2 neon blues to approximately a little more than halfway. And we begin by doing the same thing to each one. Start with a 4-finger bubble. And then make a pinch twist. This will be the elbow. Like that. Another 4-finger bubble. And another pinch twist, but this one's going to be a little bit bigger. Just like that. We're going to do the same exact thing on this side. Once you have your pair of arms, you simply make a 4-finger bubble, again, on one of them, but on the other one, a full 5-finger bubble. This is going to be the back part of the neck. And then you just twist it into each other. The 4-finger bubble ends into the opposite shoulder pinch twist. You really want to tie that in good, all together. Okay. And then you're going to connect the 5-finger bubble so that you have the structure of shoulders, arms, and now this portion down here will create the main frame. Match it up. That's the most important thing. Make sure it all matches up. And you might say, oh, these portions are going to make the legs. No, actually they're not. They're going to make the abs. And I knew this was coming, but you're going to have to actually, I'm sorry, grab a 3rd neon blue to make the legs and such. We're actually just going to go all the way up to the abs. We're just making this, in fact. So sorry about that. Just add another one. There's so many balloons, like who cares? Anyway, back to this. Make the abs as I just showed you. This is a little tricky. You're probably not going to be making this live, so you can just chill and sit down, but I'm going to try to do this standing up and all at once. So this is the basic technique, almost like a reverse guitar. So make 2 tiny bubbles on one, and while you're holding that, show that, make 2 tiny bubbles on the other one. You really want to twist these a lot. You really want to give them a good twisting. Now once you have 2 bubbles on each side, you twist them together to create the first part of the abs. I don't know who originated this. I know Cody has probably one of the most popular superhero tutorials, and I learned that, gosh, 2 years ago. So I'll give credit to him, where credit is due. Make another 2 bubbles on each balloon you have here. You're going to have 4 abs, only 6 will show, but that's okay. And then twist it. So let me show you up close what I got. this is what you want to have, and you want to have them all corralled. You want to be able to control all of these at once. You're going to bring it up, right, and create the abs. And once you do that, you need to make 2 pecs. So you're going to make 2 and maybe 3 to 4 finger bubbles, just like that. Tie it into that shoulder. And you're going to have some extra, but really tie it in over the shoulder and into the back. Do the same thing over here. Another pec, same size. And you go into the shoulder, over the shoulder. Really get it in there. And you have the excess here. Originally I made the legs with these extra portions, but now, of course, I've already told you we're going to just use some of the balloons. So pop these off, and you're all set. You could turn them into an antenna, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible while I'm teaching it. There's the other extra. Pop off. Okay. There it is. You put the arms kind of in the front and to the side and down. This is what you should have as your basic spacesuit core. Our next step is to get these sapphire blue 260s going, and I would say inflate them a little over halfway as well, but these will come down and the extra portion will make the legs. And here's the elbow. You're going to tie it into the elbow. Actually on either side. I haven't tried to construct this while teaching it yet. I'm kind of going along here, but yeah, just put them both on, why not? Okay, so you're going to go down, and you want to make the sapphire blues a little longer than the cylinder twists that are in neon blue. So you kind of push it up and go extend over, blocking it, just like that, and you tie that nozzle right in there. Okay? This nozzle right here will have the hand attached to it. So you're going to come back up with the sapphire blue. It's up to you whether you want the bubbles on the outside or the inside. I'm going to do it on the outside, or no, inside. So you do very small bubbles, and you want to really twist them so that they don't come undone, because that gets really annoying. Actually, having this extra balloon keeps it from spinning around, so that's a great technique now that I think about it. So 3, and you're going to want 5 bubbles. 5. Just like that. Nice stroke. Come up, and you're going to tie it into that elbow. And come up through the top. Don't worry about positioning the elbow joint quite yet. Just make sure it's in the back. There it is. Okay. And come back up, and again, you want another one of these cylinder twists in sapphire blue, except you want it longer than this part of the arm. The bicep should be longer. Just like that. Okay, and you tie it in. It gives it a curve. This is straight. Okay. Once that's tied in, you're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. With that step completed, you should be left with this. And the sapphire blues will be going under the armpit of the spacesuit. And they're going to be coming down on either side as 5-finger cylinder twists that are soft. Nice and soft. You come down and go under the abs and slightly under the pec, but make them both first. So here's one, and here's our second soft 5-finger cylinder twist. We're going to go right under those abs, all the way to the very bottom ab where it meets in the back. And go right under there and tie it. Just like that. Make sure it's really cut under those final abs at the bottom. Okay, cool. Once you've got all that centered, you can pretty much let go because I think it'll hold if you've tied it tight enough, that is. And we're going to stick these portions of the suit behind the pec and the ab. And I'm going to face this toward myself real quick so I can do this. And there we go. Cool. And depending on how soft you make them and how long you actually make these bubbles and these cylinder twists, it will change the shape of the suit, but this is the basic idea right here. Normally when I make the boots, I prefer to use black rather than white, because I think it looks better, but these will make good moon boots anyway in white. So make a bubble, pinch it off. This will be a pinch twist for the back of the foot. Make a pedal twist, about that size, tie it. You're going to end with a 4-finger bubble. Pop this off and tie it because this will make the other foot so you don't have to waste an extra balloon. Put this to the side, make another boot. Tie this off so that you have a little bit of nozzle to work with, so you can actually tie this in. So make 2 of these. With both moon boots completed, we grab our final neon blue 260 and blow it up, I'd say halfway. Make an 8-finger cylinder twist. Little displaced air in the middle, and then come up and make a matching one. So like this for the front legs. Pop off. Tie off. We're going to tie it right in to the waist. So it's going to look like a 4-legged creature here for a second. Like that. Alright, wonderful. Grab your boots. And we're going to tie them on right at the end of, oops, not that one, of the neon blue. Tightly. So, you're going to have some excess, so grab your scissors. Okay, just like that. Scissors. Cut off those excess nozzles. And, of course, just do the same thing on the other side. So grab your sapphire blue to finish the legs. Come down, I'd say just a slightly bit smaller than this one, just a tiny bit shorter. And right when you get to the 2 balloons tied together, you're going to make a small pinch twist, then a loop. So, small pinch twist, small pedal twist. It's going to be, I guess, a loop pedal twist. It's going to be around where the leg and the foot meet, the leg and the boot meet. And tie it somewhat tight, but not ridiculous. Like that. And pop off your extra. Tie it in real nice. And then position the leg. They're still going to be flying to the sides and everything, but you can see how the foot is finally corralled at this point. And you guessed it, do the same thing on the other side. Grab that green 260. Now we're going to make the hands. Again, just a little pinch twist and a pedal twist combo. Real simple. I'm actually going to do a alien astronaut with sculpted hands, so that's coming up. So don't you fret in case you were not happy with this style. Of course, you're going to make the other hand with this one. I'm just trying different ways of doing these tutorials, so if you don't like this way, let me know in the comment section. I'm happy to change anything to make it easier for you guys to learn. Grab your hand, tie it on, somewhat tight. You're going to be doing the trim with the silver, so don't worry about it being perfect. Okay. I actually thoroughly went over this space helmet technique in the first video in this series, so again, go into the description and click that link if you need any filling in on how to do this part. But I'm going to assume you watched the first one, so grab the head, and you're going to take the scrap from those hands. I used to use that part as a filler for the body, but now I just attach it to the nozzle of the head, and this way it'll be tied in. This will act as the very elastic spine of the alien. Okay? So we go through the top, I guess we go through the back actually, yeah. Go through the back bubble right here in the middle. Pull down through. Let's see. Yeah, now his head's going down. Oh, wait, no, this will be fixed later on when we have the silver part right here, so not to worry, he won't be his head down the whole time. Pull through the back, into the middle of the legs, tie it through, be careful of the abs. There you go, simple as that. Now there are 2 ways to add these 160s. The easy way and the hard way. The hard way consists of you making sure that your balloons are very even and that there is enough uninflated portion to create this antenna type of appendage thing coming off on the side. I think it looks really cool. I'm going to try to teach you it that way, but of course, if you just want to do it the easy way, it's just going to be a simple wrap around, and this will be popped off. But let's try it anyway. Grab your model, and we begin by wrapping one of them around one of the wrists. Pinch twist. This is the same thing as a hand, except done differently. Same twist though. A pinch twist. And a title twist, you just wrap it around, creating a cuff. And you're going to come up the arm around the back. Right here and here. So just position that cuff the proper way. Come around the back. Tie it into that elbow. It looks better in silver, but I'm using gray right here, so I'm trying to get a couple different colors on this one. Do the same thing. Move the shoulder. Right in. Now come down on the side here. Come around. Just basically trace it along the side and down the leg, because the silver that we're going to use as the belt will hold this in. So trace it down. The leg, when you get to this point, tie off. We're going to be wrapping it around this part right here. So make a small pinch twist, that size, and then just make another one, so a pair of them. And you're going to wrap this around both of these balloons. Wrap around, and twist off a portion so the air isn't completely displaced. Tie it into those pinch twists. I'll just put this over here. Okay. And position it so that it's sticking out with a pinch twist on either side of it. Like that. And simply make a little puff ball at the end. And yeah, that seems to have worked. Okay, it doesn't look right because it still needs to be tied in like this. But yeah, that's the idea. It's just a little... Again, there's a ton of variations you can do on these designs. It's fun to experiment. I want you to put the metal trim in the back, behind the arm, so that it aligns with the portion that's on the arm, like that. And you take your arm and put the neon blue, kind of tuck it in behind this part of the sapphire blue. Like that. And that's probably the best position. So you do the same thing on the other side. And now, a phrase usually only reserved for certain aspects of Japanese culture, it's tentacle time. The length and positions of the tentacles are really your decision, but I prefer to shorten the lime green 160s by trimming off a small portion before inflating and tying them. So, create the tentacles, tie those two 160s together, making sure there's a nice amount of slack, well, an okay amount of slack in the middle. Grab your model. We're going to go through the front, almost like where the belt would be, I don't know exactly where it would be, and push through, all the way through to the back. Alright, so the tentacles look like they're coming out of his butt. That's what you should have. But not for long, because we're going to bring them up and push them inside of this triangle. Just like that. We want it to look like this is a part of his body, not just with the coloration matching, but we want it to look like it is actually growing out of his back. Grab that final silver 260, and it's time to finish the longest tutorial I have ever done. Beginning with a pinch twist. Like that. And I did kind of make a mistake here. These should be much softer and more malleable. It'll make it so that the waist is a lot thinner. But other than that, I think this came out really well. So start with the pinch twist in the back, center. You want a really tight belt on this guy, so go all the way around everything, trapping the 160s in there, all around that waist, really tight. Twist in the back. Here we go. Have the belt. And then position the 160 so they're in on the side. This is how it should look. This is a really ridiculous layering going on. These are coming out the back. Excuse me. These are sticking out the back. this part is overlapping the metal trim, and that's kind of sticking in the back. It's just all about manipulation and getting it so that every twist is in the proper place, and that'll come with a lot of practice, or just really, really watching what I do here, because this actually looks perfect to me. So let's continue the spine. Let's do little bubbles to make the spine stand out more. So probably going to do 7 tiny, little itsy bitsy bubbles. 2, 3, and this of course will go between the 2 tentacles. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's stretch that up between those 2. And of course on all these small bubbles, I'm going to reiterate this, twist them a lot. You don't want them coming undone. Alright, that'll we'll just about do it, maybe 7 or 8. And then make a pinch twist, about that size. It's hard to do this standing. Now we're going to wrap around the helmet, the neck of the helmet. Make sure you got it. And this is going to hold everything straight together. Okay, make sure you have enough bubbles here or else the head will be pulled back hard. You don't want that, obviously. Okay, so tie that through. And at this point you can either turn this into some sort of crude like antenna in the back, just happenstance. There's a little too much air for this one, I'm still going to do it. There's the antenna coming out the back. He's got the ones on the sides too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Excuse me. There's the spine. And you can actually, you know what, I'm just going to pop this. I don't like it that much. And that's all there is to it for this ridiculously complex little alien here. Alright, thank you very much for joining me. This one is coming up next, and you're definitely going to want to check that one out. And if you haven't already, check out the line work version of this in the description down there. Oh, and check this out.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya.
And I'm Ron.
And we're from Ask Me for a Balloon.
Would you like to learn how to make balloon sculptures?
Or maybe you want to learn how to do balloon decorations. Check out some of these clips from 2014